Hello. Hi, everyone. All right, so I am just going to hang out here for a second. My computer's, I guess it's turned off. I have one going live on my phone, and then I'm going to try to potentially read off of my computer, but it might not want to work. Okay. Let's see if it comes back on. All right, so welcome. This is just going to be a little bit of I don't know, I guess a check-in. I wanted to see where everybody was at with the transition here of seasons. Hi, Anna. And hopefully maybe a few people will show up. My computer all of a sudden just decided to not work, and all of the information I wanted to say, Spirit is really funny, was on the computer. But I guess I'm going to freestyle it here. Anyways, hi. Okay, so a lot going on. The full moon is going to be in Aries, which is going to be at 20 degrees, and it's going to be doing a few things. It will be squaring Pluto, and then I'm trying to remember this all. Squaring Pluto and trining Jupiter. So Pluto is like very go, 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 do, do, do. Yeah, totally breathe and lean into it. And at the same time, you'll have Pluto who's like, oh wow, the computer turned on. That's the blue light. That's bad. I'm going to talk about that. And then it'll kind of balance. So Pluto and Jupiter are going to be doing kind of this like yin yang. There'll be friction, but it'll be good friction. And actually, Anna, I don't know if you saw Amy Hudson's post today about, she was trying to do like the singing bowl in the water, and she was talking about friction. And I was like, oh, this is so perfect, because I was writing the like horoscope for this, and it totally had to do with friction. So we're talking about good friction. It's kind of like the friction that makes things move, like a cog, or it could feel kind of like a little too much. So just breathe and lean into it. Yeah, me too. And we'll just get to where we need to go. Okay, so Libra Sun, we're also like directly in the middle of the Libra Sun season, and when you think about like scales, it's kind of the same idea. We're like balancing the scales, but we're remembering that balancing the scales is kind of, it doesn't mean like everything's perfect. Like the same stuff isn't on both sides of the scale, right? So you could have like a gram of gold over here and a gram of salt over here, and they're going to have totally different values, characteristics. They're going to taste different. Everything's going to be different, but they're going to weigh the same. So finding balance with all of the things. And then going to tarot, I pulled a bunch of cards for us, and I am going to pull like a card while I'm on here. But one of the cards that popped up for us was this. It was the Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles is like exactly what we're talking about. So I felt like this was really important to bring to the surface here. So Two of Pentacles, this person, pretty gender neutral, is juggling two pentacles, which are discs or coins or material objects, that it's kind of like a juggling act. And they do have the infinity symbol around the Two Pentacles. So everything does feel like it's in flow, and it's that friction that's like working, like we were talking about with the full moon on the 13th squaring Pluto. That friction that feels good, and it like has the momentum, but it's kind of just, it's a little shaky. Like if they slam that foot down, they might have a little bit more ease with the juggling act, but you can see in the back we have ships that are like on wavy waters, and I'm just talking symbolism, and because that's how I read the cards. Ships on wavy waters, so it's like it's kind of not feeling super easy right now. So what we have to do is slam that foot down. If you're juggling too many things, yeah, shaky balancing act. If you're juggling too many things, then you got to let one go. And this came up in when I asked the cards for us what we needed to let go of. I got, it's like horrible. I really didn't want to tell you all. 3 of Swords and the Death card. Oh no, the Devil card. So 3 of Swords, if I can find it here, is the 3 swords going through the heart. So what do we need to let go of? So if we're juggling too many things where we feel like we can't get what we need done, what we want to get done, like if you have this crazy, amazing dream that will work, if you just fucking do it, then something might have to go. So what do you have to drop? Sorry, if I said this was a kid's party and I just sweared. I'm going to stop. Sorry, I won't swear. But seriously, effing drop one thing if you need to, or drop 3 or 4. So where does the heart break? Where does the swords through the heart happen? One of these things that my guides are telling me we might need to drop is a crowd of people that you aren't jiving with anymore. And that might kind of hurt your heart because you probably know what's draining you. It's either one person or a group of people. Hey, Tammy. Welcome. So far, we've talked a lot. This recap will be on, but basically, our cards are telling us that we are juggling a lot. We need to like get a little bit more balanced to ride the friction, and we have to drop something that's kind of hurting our heart. So do you have some like, friends that you kind of like have to put on a fake face for, or you can't really be yourself? Maybe that is like where it is. You can't fully be yourself, so it's dimming your light. It's some sort of, it's going to hurt your heart a little bit, but you just have to take distance from them. And then the devil is a beautiful balance. Beautiful balance. I love the devil. I don't want to shame anything that might be keeping you in a state of, at least I can juggle all these things. I still can wear my red pants and my red hat. That means I feel pretty good about myself. I mean, you're not like, you're doing okay, except those waves behind you are pretty wavy. Those waves behind you are pretty wavy, and you just might need to do a little bit less, to juggle a little bit less. And so it might be like a sucking, like a vampire kind of drain going on. The devil. So the devil is a beautiful balance, going back to the Libra scales, the scales of Libra sun, which is where we are. I don't want to shame anything that might make you or help you feel aligned or balanced. I'm not here to judge anything about anybody. So if there's something that the devil might represent, like a guilty pleasure, that is keeping you sane, and that is healthy, then okay. But only you know if it's unhealthy. So this is kind of like a come to Jesus type moment. Like, when the devil shows up in a reading, what is it that needs to come back in balance? Okay? I guess that's the point of that little rant. And then we got the Hierophant, which in my favorite little old tarot book always shows up as Jupiter, which I thought was really great because full moon is squaring Pluto and trining Jupiter. So we got the Jupiter card. Yeah. All right, let's read a little bit. Couldn't agree more. I gotta figure out what it is. That's the trick. Yeah, Tammy. So find out what is draining you more than filling you. The Grow and Transformation call last night so spoke to this. How we change past relationships may not change with us. Yes. Yes. You're evolving at all different levels and layers, right? So if you shed a layer that was driving with, another crowd, it doesn't mean that that crowd is any less great. It has nothing to do with them, but it might be that you just outgrew it, or it's just not working anymore. It's just not driving. I love this. Okay. So good, especially if you are on here and you are either a, Young Living rep, or you have a small business, or you want to teach people or lead by teaching or doing, if you're like looking to get into that space, I think that this is a call from your spirit guides to step up. So do you want to throw a moon circle yourself? Do you want to do gatherings? Do you want to build a business? Do you, what Anna's talking about here with this grow call last night was awesome. It was a bunch of people that are in Young Living. They're just a little bit higher up. They're like diamonds. And they were so inspiring, talking about, just do you, right? If you want to do it, friggin' do it. So I could go into all the symbolism, but we're seeing a lot of red throughout our cards. The red heart, the red pants, red hat. If I pulled out the devil, I don't need to pull out the devil, but there's a lot of red in there. There's a fire, Adam has a fiery tail. Just a little bit higher up. But we're all equal. We're all humans. That's what I love. We're all figuring it out. So if you're getting that call, if you want to say anything about that, if anybody's like, hey, you know what, that's me, and write in what reference it is to, like, and you have a question of like, what could be holding you back, write it in this comment section and we might be able to discuss it. It doesn't have to be super personable, but I think Tammy wrote something. Okay, work. Work is draining me, but this is appropriate because changes on that front are coming in the near future. This is it. Yes, it is. If you can feel that. So right now we're in that fall, which is like a total transitionary season, as we all know, and we're coming out of, like, we're going into winter, which is the opposite, the cardinal opposite of summer. So we are in a transitionary phase, and I think that I talked about it on my Insta stories yesterday, that it's like you're the caterpillar that's right about to become a butterfly, but that caterpillar has no idea they're a butterfly. They're just like, oh my gosh, this is uncomfortable, like, and I know that Anna's been using transformation. I saw she just posted about it for World Mental Health Awareness Day, which is amazing because I have been hooked on this oil like for a month, and it is uncomfortable. It has been so uncomfortable, but I know that I am like on the verge of some like huge something, so I just keep using the oil, right? Okay, what was I supposed to talk about tonight? We did the reading. Do y'all have any questions? The recap of the reading was 2 pentacles. Pentacles are material things. Juggling a little bit too much. Slam that foot down. Regain. You got the 3 of swords through the heart. The devil. That was the whole message of we have to let go of something that's just draining us and not filling us. So if it's not filling your heart and if it's hurting your heart, just like we got to take a step back. Even if it's just for 30 days, right? You can take a step back. The devil showed up to tell us we need to find balance with something, but not going to the shaming thing. If you have to, stop whatever it is altogether, because that's the only way you can get away from something that is completely draining you, fine. If you can find moderation in it, great. Whatever works for you and your mental health. I have it. I may not use it as much as I should. I made myself pull it out today. Yeah, it's a really potent, powerful oil. So it's in this oil. I'll pull it up. I'm like totally 35. I realize that I can't see in the dark anymore. Here we go. It's not even on there. Okay, here we go. I'm like right up in, y'all. Lemon, so lemon peel, peppermint, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, sacred frank, Idaho blue spruce, cardamom, and acatea. Oh, and palo santo. Unbelievable oil. If you want to do the work, you have to sign up for the work. Basically, you gotta use it. You gotta do it. All right. What else was I gonna talk about? Okay, plants that are here to support you through this full moon. They could be herbs that are dried. Some of these that I'm gonna list off are going to be in your kitchen cabinet right now. So even if you're not an oil person, this is for you. This is good info for you. They could be fresh, dried, or we can use the distilled essential oil form, which is going to be the most potent, so you can use the least amount. I always say start with less. These plant oils are so powerful that if you can use less, then your body will attune to the frequency with less. So why are you going to keep using more, right? Like we can use it diluted and use it all the time, but we don't need to. Basically, people are like, oh, these oils are expensive. Yes, but they're going to last for a while. I mean, you're going to use them all the time, but you start with a little bit and you add on. Just the same with flower essences. Like if you get if you make a flower essence on your own, you have a mother, right? That's your mother. It's your mother. And then you can dilute that with vinegar or alcohol. So you're not using the mother all the time. You could have one mother of rose. Like I have one mother flower essence of rose that I made during the solar eclipse like last summer. And that one is still so full because I just use little bits. Okay, back to the plants that we want to use. Black pepper, clove, coriander, cumin, frankincense, I never know if I say that right, frankincense, ginger, jasmine, neroli, pine, and how do you say this one? Petitgreen? I mean, that's how it looks, but I never hear people say it. All right, so those are the plants that are going to help you through the Aries full moon. So this weekend, the 13th, all right? And then to help you with the Jupiter that's going trine to the full moon, clove, lemon balm, which is your Melissa, nutmeg, and sage. Okay? So again, I'm going to write these in the event. But black pepper, clove, coriander, cumin, frankincense, ginger, jasmine, neroli, petitgreen, and pine. And then the Jupiter support for the trine is going to be clove, lemon balm, which is Melissa, nutmeg, and sage. And then since we're in Libra sun, I figured, why don't I throw that at you? Chamomile, dill, eucalyptus, fennel, geranium, peppermint, pine, spearmint, palmarosa, and vanilla. So vanilla you might have, if you're not an oily person, you might have that right in there. If you are an oily person or you want to be an oily person, I can help you if you want to be. If you were invited into here with somebody that wasn't me, you go to that person into this event. You go to that person to sign up. And if you are already an oily person, you can add these to your ER order. Like a lot of them, / all of them. Not vanilla, but vanilla you could get in like that new vanilla mint. The scrub. Oh my gosh. I want that one. I think I might have to go back in and do a Christmas order. A bigger one, because I was like, oh, I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to go crazy, but I want all the bath bombs. Okay, so I had a bunch of oils here. Does anyone have questions? I feel like I did all the things. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say, essential oil and crystal combos to use now through the last quarter. So through the full moon to the last quarter. The black pepper and a bloodstone combo Black pepper and bloodstone combo. So like if you were gonna do like a spray, that would be awesome to use during for courage, physical energy, endurance. Frankincense with amber sounds amazing and powerful for strength, healing, and protection. And then jasmine and moonstone. Jasmine and moonstone, that would be really great for love, sleep, and psychic awareness. So those would be some powerful combos. I'm going to write this all in the group. It'll be up there for a month. I'm going to try to do these on here every full moon. I don't know if I should do it in here or on Instagram. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but I thought this was really fun and a good way to just make myself do it. You're going to put the crystal and oil combos in the yeah, definitely. I'll put all this info in there. And you can ask any questions in the post. I'll do it like in the next hour. And I hope to be able to save this. And you like the Facebook events? I do too. I'm going to try to save this and upload it to YouTube for closed caption. I'm reading all your comments. I'm always like not talking. If you buy a kit, you're getting free shipping this month. Everybody who's in here, who's an oily person, make sure you're telling all the people, because that's so cool, because you can actually add stuff to that first order and get free shipping on the whole thing. And I didn't like know that. I kind of just like realized that. So I'm like, you could get like a bunch of Christmas stuff and get free shipping on all of that. And then I'm giving away Royal Hawaiian sandalwood to the first 3 people that sign up through this little stream, wherever it may end up. So rituoils.com, Rituoils. I always have to think about it. Rituoils.com. Click on Ritual and Oils, get your starter kit. It'll send you to youngliving.com. My member number will already be in there. Then it'll say, do you want Cassandra Madsen to be your sponsor and enroller? Yeah. Unless somebody else invited you in here, then you want them to be that, and you have to talk to them. All right? I love you all. I think you're amazing. Go on. Teach what you want to teach. Drop what you need to drop. Slam that foot down, get balanced. Remember that centered is kind of raw and messy, and the best way to be centered through all of that is just breathe and work with the plants and the animals, and Mother Earth is here for you. All right? Mwah! Bye!